she's tough times.
Well, I tell you what, folks, Andrew Marker would be the car to watch in this one, 51C. I think he's emerging as one of our fastest wingless sprint drivers, and certainly for the Rumble, we've talked about it already before. Him and Luke McClymont will have a very good chance for taking out the lap record, but Warwick, it looks like they're ready to go.
Yeah, they're slowly picking up the pace there. Certainly if you watch that 51 car, it's buried deep in the field, so there'll certainly be some overtaking to do for them. So they come round. Clayton Phillips, Charlene Jemmett on the front row. And looks like Clayton Phillips just gets the early start there as they come into this first turn. Looks like Bryce McCall sitting down the inside in that second spot, make a challenge for the lead. Matthew Phillips there in that third position in the car, number 5. Then we go back to the 4 of Riley Letton. Charlene Jemmett's drifted up a wee bit wide, and there's several more cars come through underneath. I think that's the 47 of Sophie Wills from Cromwell. She's moved up into that 5th spot. Then Charlene Jemmett, Simon Moore, Andrew Markers picked up a couple already. Then we go back to Andrew Gregg and the 7 car of Adam Farrar, Kirk Hawkins as they come round, but it's Bryce McCall leading from Matthew Phillips and Riley Letton. Sophie Wills putting in a good challenge down on the inside, and I watched her the other weekend, and she's a pretty good hard charger. Hello, we've got a couple round. We've got 77 Aaron Hutton have come down into the infield. Looks like it's the 78 of Andrew Gregg has spun around, and Kirk Hawkins said g'day, and a little handshake there as they went through. So we just got a yellow until they get the double grid restart. So Bryce McCall on the front, what's he going to do? He's going to stick with the inside running by the looks of things. The other car there is the 5 of Matthew Phillips. Going to sit on the outside second row, Riley Letton and Sophie Wills. It'll be a good chance for her to make her presence felt. Then we go back to Clayton Phillips and Charlene Jemmett. They are the first 6 as they get the restart underway. And once again, Bryce McCall gets into the clean air pretty quickly with Matthew Phillips. Letton and Sophie Wills continue the battle on the track. Clayton Phillips, well, he's forced Simon Moore to go all over the place, and as he was wiggling around, that Andrew Marker in the 51s managed to get round the outside and quickly moves up into that 5th position. So McCall from Phillips, Letton, Wills, Marker, Moore. That's the front pack. And they're sort of making a wee bit of a break from the rest. Here comes Simon Moore putting some pressure on Andrew Marker. Sophie Wills down on the inside. Marker goes round trying to get underneath the 4 of Riley Letton, but it's still Bryce McCall out in the front and all the fresh clean air from that 5 car of Matthew Phillips. Andrew Marker's made that 3rd position. Riley Letton tucked in behind. There's Simon Moore's decided he's going to go up high and wide. Got sick of being stuck in behind the traffic, and he's persisting with that. Can he get round Letton? He certainly does, and he moves up into that 4th position. Letton just lost the tail of the car for a fraction there, and Sophie Wills has capitalised, and she moves up into that 5th place. But it's still McCall from Phillips. Andrew Marker in that 3rd spot, Simon Moore. The first 4 have now broken away from Sophie Wills, who holds that 5th position. And there's more of a battle on. If we look back to that 2nd, 3rd and 4th spot, McCall looks like he's got the running of them at this stage. Here comes Andrew Marker looking to go round the top side of Matthew Phillips, and he sits out high on the track using some momentum. He's got some, and he pulls up along the top side, and he finds some room to go around. So Bryce McCall will lead them in for the white flag with Andrew Marker sitting in that 2nd spot. Now Simon Moore's on the top side of Matthew Phillips as they come out of the town bend. Down their warehouse cars back straight for the last time. It'll be Bryce McCall into the turn first. Can he hang on as they get to the flag? It'll be 9. Bryce McCall takes the win from 51 Andrew Marker. Simon Moore comes into that 3rd position from the 5 of Matthew Phillips. Sophie Wills, the next one home from Riley Letton. The 78 of Clayton Phillips from Andrew Gregg. Then we've got Charlene Jemmett, Letton, Kirk Hawkins, and Samantha